Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to take a peek into the future of work. Seriously, with the world changing so fast, the job you have in just a couple of years might be something that isn't even mainstream yet. Before we jump in, if you like what we do, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. It really helps our channel grow. So let's just start with a question for you. What do you think your job will be in 2026? I know, it sounds kind of far away, but believe me, the job market is shifting so quickly that your future career might be one we're just starting to hear about today. I mean, think about it. Technology is advancing at a dizzying pace. We're more connected globally than ever, and whole new market needs are popping up all the time. All of this means the future of work is gonna look completely different. We're talking new skills, new industries, and some pretty incredible new opportunities. So, to break this all down, here's our roadmap for today. We'll kick things off by looking at the new job market landscape. Then, we're going to dive into three major groups of these emerging careers. The tech heads we're calling the digital revolutionaries, the purpose-driven planet and people protectors, and the super influential new communicators. And most importantly, we'll wrap up with how you can actually get ready for all this.
Okay, first up, the future job market. And let me tell you, this isn't just more of the same. It's a whole new world out there.
So let's meet our first group, the digital revolutionaries. You can think of these folks as the actual architects, building the digital world that we all spend so much time in. And inside this group, we're talking about some heavy hitters. We've got AI and machine learning specialists who are literally teaching computers to think, data scientists who find stories in numbers, cybersecurity specialists who are our digital bodyguards, and of course, robotics engineers and blockchain developers who are building the very foundations of tomorrow. You've heard the saying, right? Data is the new gold. Well, by 2026, that's going to be truer than ever. It doesn't matter what industry you're in. Retail, sports, banking, healthcare, everybody relies on data to make smart decisions. And that's exactly why data science professionals, the people who can translate all that raw data into real, powerful insights, are so incredibly valuable. But of course, all this incredible digital growth, well, it has a dark side. More and more of our lives are moving online. Our money, our private conversations, our personal info, and all that data creates a giant, flashing target for criminals. And when we talk about this problem, the scale is just mind-blowing. By 2026, the global cost of cybercrime is expected to be in the trillions of dollars. Trillions! It's no wonder that companies and governments are scrambling to find skilled cybersecurity specialists to keep them safe. The demand for these experts is just through the roof. Okay, let's switch gears to another one of these revolutionary technologies, blockchain. Now, you probably hear blockchain and immediately think of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. But at its heart, it's basically a super secure and transparent digital record book, a shared ledger that's almost impossible to tamper with. And this is where things get really exciting. As our source material points out, blockchain is about so much more than just money. I mean, just think about the possibilities. Perfectly secure voting systems, supply chains where you can track a product from the factory to your door, and even protecting our most sensitive healthcare records. This technology is a total game changer. All right, moving on to our next group, the planet and people protectors. These are the careers for people who want to make a real difference, who are driven by a sense of purpose to tackle some of the biggest challenges facing our world. In this section, we're looking at roles that sit right at that intersection of progress and protection. We're talking about people who are advancing medicine with new tech and those who are literally engineering a cleaner, more sustainable future for all of us. So, what's fueling the huge demand for these jobs? Well, you can see it right here. On one hand, you have populations aging all around the globe, which creates this massive ongoing need for smarter and more efficient healthcare. And on the other hand, we have the urgent reality of climate change, which is pushing governments and companies to pour money into renewable energy and hire sustainability experts. And that brings us to our final group, the new communicators. In a world that's more connected than ever, these are the people who have mastered the art of digital connection, education, and influence. So here, we're going to look at two critical areas that are being completely reshaped for the digital age. First, how businesses actually connect with their customers, and second, how all of us learn new things. And if you're looking for a catalyst for change, look no further than the pandemic. It basically forced the entire world of education online overnight. And you know what? there's no going back. The demand for virtual classrooms, for creative educational software, for online learning experts, it has absolutely exploded. Ed tech is now one of the biggest and fastest growing sectors on the planet. Okay, so we've talked a lot about what these future jobs are. But now for the most important part, how? How can you actually get ready for this new world? Let's turn all this information into a real action plan. All right, so the big takeaway here is you've got to be proactive. First, master the tools of the trade, whether that's learning a programming language like Python for data science or getting savvy with Google Analytics for marketing. Second, get certified. Things like a certified ethical hacker certification really prove to employers you know your stuff. Third, you've got to get hands-on experience. Join clubs, enter competitions, volunteer for projects. And finally, build your personal brand. Create a portfolio of your work and practice telling a great story with it, especially with data. You know, the future isn't some distant thing that just happens to us. It's being built right now by people, today. So the only real question left is, what part are you going to play? Thanks so much for watching. And one last time, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe, like, and comment to help us grow.